Welcome back, boys and girls. Today is day 4 for week 6, and we all know what that means. We are going to be doing yoga today. Now, like last week, how we did yoga that involved 4, this week we are going to be doing yoga that is going to involve a lot of lengthening and a lot of stretching. Alright, so stay with me. I'm going to also show you the modifications which is going to make it easy for people who are not so flexible. And then flexibility, people who are already very flexible can have fun with it. Right, so as we always do, let's lie down and just start with breathing exercise. Okay, so breathe in through your nose, inflate your stomach, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in through the nose, inflate your stomach, and breathe out. Nice, 3 breaths. Now, take your right leg and put it over your left leg, and with your hand just push and open it up. Stay here for a few seconds. Okay, next, flex that knee, hold your knees, hold your left leg knee and bring it in. You'll feel good stretch on your glutes. So this is where you're supposed to feel the stretch. This is it. Right? Super. Let's switch. Nice. So the legs that we did. Few more seconds. And relax. Alright. Alright. Now, let's do the hamstring. Okay. Now, here, what I want you to use, if you have a towel or a napkin, and strap it and just stretch. This is hamstring stretch, and we are doing the left leg hamstring stretch. Super. And don't pull or push too hard. Okay? Just keep breathing. And make sure your back is nice and flat on the mat. Keep breathing. Keep breathing, guys. Stay here. Now, why are we doing this particular session specifically on stretching? It's because we only get few seconds to stretch before we do our warm-up exercise, and after we do our exercise, when we do our cool down. Alright, let's switch our legs. Now you want to make sure that the strap is not here, it's right underneath your ball of your foot, right? And make sure your left leg is bent, not straight, right? We're going to make it straight later, but not for now. So as I was saying, when we stretch while we are doing our routine exercises, strength training, HIIT, etc., we only have few seconds to stretch. That does not really lengthen it, and specifically when we strengthen it and we cause few breaks in it, it sometimes even shortens. So it is very important to have one specific session on just stretching. It will open up your joints, it will relax your muscles, and also release a lot of toxins from the body. Alright, let's switch it again. Alright. Now, when we are doing it again, we want to try and see if we can extend the stretch and take it to the next level by putting the right leg now flat on the floor. Super. If you can do it, it's okay. Just keep it bent. That's okay. Now here, you might see that my leg is not completely straight, but that's okay. You don't have to have it completely straight. This has to be a relaxing session. You don't have to feel pain. So as much as you can. Stay with me. Stay with me. Alright, bend the knee. And let's switch. Super. Now let's straighten up the bottleneck. In this case, left leg. And keep breathing, guys. Keep breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth, and make sure you inflate and deflate your stomach, not your chest. You want the diaphragm to get activated. Super. Just put it on the side. Alright. Just hug those knees. Squeeze. And let's roll up. Super. Let's get into a tabletop position. Now what is a tabletop position? Or quadruped position. Okay. Alright. And from here, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be moving in the downward dog position. Now in downward dog position, you want to make sure that your hands are not going in, but they're going out, right? Slightly, right? So let's go into downward dog, and nice and wide legs. Now you don't necessarily have to get your knees straight. If you can, that's good. But if they're a little bent and you can get your back nice and flat, that's even better. Alright? Keep breathing. Alright? And try to get your knees as straight as possible. And make sure your back is nice and flat. And keep your eye on your feet. Alright? And make sure your heels are not turning in, right? They're nice and straight. Alright, let's just walk in, okay. And let's do a forward fold. This is a forward fold. Now here again, if your knees are a little bent, that's okay. Make sure the back is not feeling a lot of bend. Make sure it's your hip that is feeling the stretch and the bend. Make sure you're feeling the stretch right here. Keep breathing. Some of you can be here, I don't mind. Slide it up. Get to flat back. Right, flat back. This is nice and flat. Now it's not necessary that you keep your knees nice and straight. Alright, if they're a little bent, that's okay. And make sure that you're working on making sure that the back is nice and flat. Alright. Slowly get up. Slowly get up. Alright. So now we are going to be stepping up towards the mat, just a little up, and breathe while you're standing. Just extend your hand as far as you can. You want to reach up as far as you can. Keep breathing. Super, guys. And keep breathing. What we are trying to do is extend our body as much as possible. It may not look like as much, but when you're doing it, you'll feel it. As far as you can, guys. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. I know you're feeling it, but keep breathing and stay in this position. Extend as far up as possible, but you don't want to lift your heels just yet. Alright, let's do a forward fold again. Again. Alright, let's do it again. Fold forward. Come back to flat back. Come back down. And all the way up. And reach. And let's do it again. Breathe in, forward fold, come back to flat back, again forward fold, let's get up. Let's do it twice more. Forward fold, flat back, and again forward fold, and all the way up. Alright, let's do it once more. Inhale, forward fold, flat back, again forward fold, and come back up. All that you can. Super. Alright, let's bring the hand to the waist, and now let's do a wide stretch. So, chest out, back in. Alright, and keep your toes parallel to each other. Alright, and breathe in. Hold. Now make sure you're not bending your back. All you're doing is just keeping a flat back. Okay? Keep looking straight as much as you can. Now let's fold. And breathe. Breathe, and slowly you will keep feeling the stretch on your hams, on your glutes, so you don't have to pull too hard. All you gotta do is just stay in the forward fold. Alright, slowly get back to a flat back position, and again forward fold. Now, Bend your right knee and feel the stretch going down. Super. Now let's move to the other side. Now bend your left knee and feel the stretch right here. Nice. Make sure your toe is facing straight. Alright. Let's come down to the strength here. Hold the legs if you can. Just push as much as you can. And slowly come back. Right? Sit up. Alright, now we're going to turn. Taking a turn again, and we're going to breathe in, breathe out, and forward fold. Super. From here, let's put our left leg back and put our hands right beside our right foot, chest out, back in, and let's raise our hands. Super. Now, you want to make sure that this is 90 degrees, not going forward, not going back too much. Alright? Super. From here, walk forward if you can, and bring your head down. And make sure your right knee does not open up. It's as close to your chest as possible. Alright? Put the hands back and bring the legs forward and flat back. Slowly come back down, and this time we're going to get our right leg back. Down in the position. Super. From here, straight for a few seconds, for a few breaths. Hands off the mat. Again, hands on the mat, and now you're going to walk forward. Okay. Now make sure your right knee does not drop on the floor. It's nice and straight. And keep breathing there. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Alright. Walk the hands back slowly. Bring your legs slowly forward and to flat back. Few breaths here. You're gonna do it. Let's do it again. Slowly down. Okay. Now here, straight away, we're gonna try and walk our hands forward. And as I said before, make sure it's not opening, make sure it's close to the body. Keep breathing. Super. And make sure it's not painful, guys. If it's painful, you can always come back. Right? Super. Alright. Back. Let's walk in. Let's flat back. Alright, slowly. Now you can have the right leg back, left leg forward, and just walk forward. Feel the stretch. Stretch. Super. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Amazing. I know you guys are feeling the stretch. Few more breaths, guys. Alright? Walk your hands back. And let's from here move to downward dog. Stay here, keep breathing. Push your hips up in the air as much as you can. Alright, from here, slowly, your knees down. Let's widen our legs. Try to sit down into child's pose. And make sure your hips are between your legs and they are not on them. Okay? Keep breathing in. Alright, from here, let's get back to downward dog. Looking at your feet, make sure they are hip distance apart, and make sure your heels are not in. Heels should be facing out, if not straight. Alright, from here, walk back, bend your knees, and we are going to get into a full squat position. Nice. Super. From here, join your hands and open up those groins. Super. Super. I hope you guys can see all the angles. And stay here. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Keep opening up as much as you can. Super. Alright. So let's move forward and come back into downward facing dog. Downward dog. Slowly try to get your legs nice and straight. If they go straight or not, that's okay. But just try. Slowly bring your knees down. Now, how we did quadruped position, tabletop position, we're going to try and perform a reverse one. So, here, hands and legs to the floor, and just lift your hip up as much as possible. Open up your chest. Try to get your hips towards the ceiling. Keep breathing as much as possible. Keep lifting up as much as possible. Come back down. Alright. Super. Let's do it again. And up. Slowly trying to push the hip as much towards the ceiling as possible, and keep breathing. Stay with me guys, few more seconds. Slowly bring it down. Alright. Let's go into cross leg position. Super. Now let's do some spine twist stretch. Right? All we have to do is just rotate, and let's rotate. Just twist your spine to get it to stretch. Keep breathing. Slowly come back, and let's switch to the other side. And breathe. Keep breathing. Few more seconds. So, back to the center. Let's do some deep breathing again. Hold your hand on top of each other and hands on your abdominal cavity or your stomach. Inflate your stomach and slowly deflate your stomach. Inflate your stomach. Deflate your stomach. Inflate your stomach in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose. Inflate your stomach and out through your mouth. Super. Now while we are inflating and deflating our stomach, let's try and reach the cross leg position only, and breathe. Inflate and deflate your stomach guys. In through your nose, through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Slowly come back up, and again let's do breathing. In through your nose, through your mouth, through your nose, out through your nose, and through your nose. And focus. Now with breathing, what you're trying to do is, of course you're physically present here, but also try to get yourself mentally concentrated. That means leaving all the stuff, social stuff, the professional stuff, and driving it out through your mouth with your breath. Here, let's raise our hands. Again, through your nose, inflate your stomach. Now through your mouth, with your hands raised. In through your nose. Alright, hope you had a wonderful session, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.